Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Pipes, this is Midwestern Motorbike. A little different video this week. I am doing a first impressions video on a motorcycle helmet. So if you are in the market for a new motorcycle helmet, or if you want to expand your collection, if you like to have many helmets, keep watching this video. I'm going to get into the first impressions video and announcement of the channel a little bit later, but here we go. Welcome back if you are a subscriber. If you're new to the channel, I normally ride around the state of Wisconsin and show you the views on my scoot back here, but this week is a little different. If you could, hit the like, hit the subscribe. If you're not really into these types of videos, the first impressions or reviews or product videos, feel free to go through my catalog and watch another video of me riding around Wisconsin. With that being said, let's get into the first impressions video. So as you know, I have been rocking the Daytona Glide modular helmet. I did make a video on this specific helmet. If you want to see that video, please go ahead and feel free to do so. This is my wife's Daytona C6. I don't get to wear this helmet, so I have to go off of what she says on the review, but she actually says she really loves this helmet. She mostly wears it like this because she's not a fan of having her face enclosed by a helmet. But she said when she's wearing it with it open like this and locked, because you can open it and lock it, that it's very comfortable, very little wind noise. So she really likes that helmet. So I discovered Daytona helmets through another YouTuber, Nick from Ride or Rot. I don't know him, but there's a couple of videos where he just a little blip, and the only thing that really caught me was that it's an American company, family owned, down in Daytona, Florida. And for me, it's very important, as much as possible, is to buy veteran owned, American owned, homegrown things. Now, it's an American company, and I know that they source most of their material from the United States, but just like Harley or a lot of other companies, sometimes with the times you can't just source everything in America, but it is an American company, so profits stay here in America, which is important to me. Alright, interruption, future me here. I was going through the footage when I was editing, and I thought, just in case people were wondering if I knew there were other, yes, there are other American helmet companies. Bell, Simpson, both American companies, but they are owned by conglomerates, and they can make decisions based on whatever their shareholders might need. So Daytona Helmets, on the other hand, is a family-owned business. Not only is it an American business, it's a family-owned business. That's why they work a lot more efficiently than a lot of other American companies. Also, I'm at Culver's. If you have a Culver's in your area and you want a little taste of Wisconsin, try one out. Don't judge the cheese curds where you're at based on the cheese curds here, but the food's pretty good. Alright, back to the video. And then my wife has the C6, which is their top of the line helmet they have. I believe it's the carbon, but I like white helmets. I've always liked white helmets, but I can't really give you a review on this because I can't wear it. However, my wife did say she really likes the helmet. She mostly wears it with the module hole up in locked position. She doesn't like stuff in front of her face. So I might be getting her the Spider, possibly. But she said the wind noise is great. It doesn't squeeze her head. It just hugs her head. It's very comfortable. So I couldn't get the C6, so I got the Glide. These retail for $199 on their website. But recently, they came out with a brand new helmet called the Daytona Legacy. And from what I saw, it actually combines the budget of the low-end helmet they sell, still high quality, but low-end as far as pricing, and the high-end with their C6. So they kind of figured out a middle ground between the two, and they came out with the Daytona Legacy, which retails, I believe, for $299 in the white. I believe they have other colors and prints. The price might go up another $30, I believe, but white is what I go for, so white is what I got. And here it is, the Daytona Legacy module helmet. This thing, first impressions, I have about maybe 200 miles or so with this helmet, maybe more, less than 500. I'll say less than 500. I haven't really been keeping track of the miles, but I have less than 500 miles on this helmet right here, and I'm telling you, this is an awesome helmet. I'm not even bothered with the fact that I can't get a C6 because this has everything I want. It has nice cushion on the forehead right here. It's got really nice cushion all around on the inside. It's got great cushion along the cheekbones and the side of the face. And the speakers fit real good. They're not like in the Daytona Glide, they're completely covered. Here, you can actually see them, but I don't feel them on my ears. They don't press against my head. And it was really easy to take everything out of here, to put my headphones in, the comm system in. I did get the smoke windshield. The clear that comes with it is the exact same shape as this smoke, and that comes with a pin lock. What is nice about that is it's the same pin lock will fit on the smoke or chrome or whatever visor you decide to get. So the pin lock that it comes with the Daytona Legacy fits all of the visors that can come on the Legacy. It has a big open top here, and I'm telling you, man, I can really feel the wind coming in this around the top of my head into the back of my head before it vents out here. What I was really curious about is the front vent. Usually most front vents are up, down, up, down. This is, it clicks in or it clicks out. I believe when I click it this way towards it, the wind is going to come through to the helmet and up in it this way. And then when you close it, it doesn't let the wind come in your helmet. Or maybe it comes in this way. I'm not sure yet, because I do have a fairing on my motorcycle. I don't really feel the wind coming through the bottom part as I do the top part. I do like it. It is a slick look. Now, what's cool about Daytona is they do offer their own comm systems, which I already had. I took it off my old helmet and put it on this helmet. If you are into cardos are great. I mostly just use this to listen to music or anything that can come through my phone and or my passenger. This is a solo one, so unfortunately, it's either you have one choice: listen to your music, or pair up with one more person. But when you're paired up with another person, you can't listen to music. It's either you listen to your music or you listen to your passenger or the rider next to you. That's the only choice. Now they do make one that's like, I want to say $300, maybe yeah. I think it's $300. You have to go on DaytonaHelmets.com to make sure, but they do make one, or I think it fits up to like 5 or 6 people. So you can get that one, listen to your music, listen to your GPS, and listen to other people you want to ride with. So I am going to put this helmet on. Putting it on. Oh yeah, every helmet always comes with a clasp instead of the D-ring. I like these instead of the D-ring because I know if you use the D-ring, after a while you just get used to just getting it in there, getting it out. I can't stand D-rings. I'm glad it comes with one of these. So this is the fit right here. Side view. It does come with a little shield, a little wind shield or whatever. I don't know what you want to call this. That goes underneath your chin. And then what I like, boom, clicked in. And there you have it. This helmet, let me get my microphone where it needs to be so you can hear me. This helmet is super comfortable, super light on the head. The vision you get from the side is outstanding. The wind noise that cuts out in these helmets is crazy good. I have a fairing. If you don't have a fairing, I can't get the full. I mean, I could take out the. I could probably take out my the wife's Heritage and, you know, get the full wind to see how it flows, because there's no windshield on that. I probably could do that. They'll probably come in another video. But I tested it out on my bike, a 2020 Electra Glide Police. So it's got the Batwing fairing, so most of the wind comes through the top of the helmet and not through here. But the wind noise is incredibly low. It's very light. It doesn't feel hot. Like right now I'm hot. It's like 90 degrees out here where I am. Obviously I have no air. There's no air flowing, but even just sitting with my helmet on right now is really not that bad. It's got a little clasp here that'll make sure that the visor actually clicks down, and you just lift it up, and there you go. And this just lifts up here, and there you go. Or I can lift it up, take a drink of water if I have a beverage on my bike, or talk to the rider next to me, and the light turns green. I can slam it down. And it works perfectly. It's great for my head. This is an extra large. I have a 53-inch centimeter head, like I said, and I believe this goes from 54 somewhere around the 54, so another centimeter bigger. So I did that because I didn't want to have the issue I had before, where it was just too tight on my head, causing headaches, things like that. But this helmet, like I said, this is first impressions. This isn't a 100% review of the helmet. I need to put a lot of miles on. I haven't rode in the rain. I haven't really rode in extreme heat or extreme cold, but I will give you updates on this helmet as I ride in my other videos, maybe at the end, or I might just wait and do another video at the end. But for $300, you can't beat the quality of this helmet. Now I have a Bell, which was my first helmet. I bought it brand new, and this, I believe, is way better than that Bell. It fits just as comfortable. It's half the weight. It feels like it's half the weight. And I feel like it's kind of like half the size, too. Like, I don't feel like I have that much of a stormtrooper head riding around with this white helmet. And, but I will say there is one kind of con that I'm not sure if I'm completely in love with yet. And so, what I like about the Glide is, you hear that? All those clicks. So you can go here. I mean, you can go one at a time. Boom, 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 boom. Closed. So you can kind of put it right here, kind of barely open, so you can get the full shade of the sun, and air still moves in this helmet. That is one thing I really like about the Glide. However, on the Legacy, it doesn't have that many clicks. It has all the way open, this position, which allows a lot of wind in here, but this little edge here, where the pin lock is right in my sight in the view when I'm trying to look at all of my gauges on my motorcycle. And then the next one down is just closed. So what I've been doing is I've just kind of been, it is tight, it is not loose, but I don't know if it's going to get loose over time, but when it's on that last, I kind of just try to stage it right before it closes. Now there's no click, it's not in there permanently, it's just kind of in limbo between each click of the visor's positions. But if I hit a wind gust or hit my head, it's just going to close all the way down. Or like I said, it's this position. So it kind of feels like what a lot of people have problems with Simpsons. It's either all the way up, halfway, or closed. It's like 3 positions and that's it. That is kind of a downer for me, because I like to have it right, not all the way closed, but just before closed, where I can get the full shade of the smoke visor, and I can get a lot of wind through wind here still. So, but if I wanted to actually just kind of sit in one of the notches, it's like I can put my whole hand in, and I got pretty big hands. And like I said, I can ride just fine, and I can see out my visor, I can see, but if I'm trying to look at my gauges in front of me or whatever, I have to kind of tilt my head up a little bit, or kind of tilt my head down a little bit to see the gauges. So I have to kind of position it like right here. And like I said, it's a brand new helmet. It's a brand new helmet, so it'll probably stay there, but if I start using the helmet a lot over the next year or two, I don't know how loose these side mechanisms are going to get. And oh, that leads me to another thing I want to talk about the helmet. Let me take it off real quick. What also I like about this helmet is the visor. They're easy. It's easy to take off and easy to put on. You just hit this little lever, and then when you want to put it on, you position it, and you just push the sides in, and this visor clips right in. So if you want to bring your clear width, you can. Now, this also has, you know, your normal drop-down glasses. I never really like using this. I never have. Either I wear sunglasses or I get a smoke shield. But I never really cared for the drop-down glasses. I don't know if it's a look thing or a feel thing. I just never really liked them. So, but that is an opinion of mine. But it is DOT FM VSS number 218 certified, ECE R22.06, 30 grams, 1800 plus minus 50 grams, XL. So it is safe to wear. I feel very safe in this. It's very light. And now it is a little bigger than the Glide. All right, like just the shape of it, the size of the helmet, which makes sense because they put a little bit more padding in here for your room to be a little bit more. They put a little bit more room in front of your face. If you're true to the helmet you wear, like, no man, I wear this, I wear that, I ain't switching, then this video isn't really for you. However, if you're curious or you're in the market for a new helmet, you didn't know that there's an American company that makes helmets, please consider Daytona helmets. Total transparency. I'm not getting, if you buy a Daytona helmet right now and you say Pipes sent me, I'm not getting anything for it. When I believe in a product, I want everybody to have that product. Which brings me to the next part of this video, the announcement that I'm now an affiliate for Motorad's camera mounts. And as you see, I have a Motorad camera mount right on top of, on my helmet here. So I can actually get back to doing POV filming on my vlogs, which I haven't done in quite a while. I've been doing the solo camera, looking this way, looking that way, maybe putting one on my handlebar, which isn't that great because I have lower handlebars now. But now with this, I'm going to put a microphone back inside the helmet and put a camera on front so get those cool POV shots that a lot of you, I know, really enjoy. On my bell, I still have my chin mount on there, and I wear wet helmets, and I didn't like that big white, big black clunky thing sticking out of my helmet when I wasn't filming. And I noticed that Motorad has a similar type thing going on, but they actually offer a white one. This is not a similar. This thing is way better, I believe. It doesn't take any kind of unnecessary mounting. You know, you don't have to heat it up with the gun. You don't have to let it sit for days or whatever else. It just shapes to whatever helmet you have and however you want it to fit on your helmet. And this thing, I mean, that ain't coming off. I mean, I don't really intend on wearing a 50-pound GoPro on the top of my helmet, but it's sturdy. Once you put it on, it's on. You'll never have a problem with your camera falling off with this thing. So, if you would like to support the channel, you can go to motorads.com right now and use my code, Midwestin, to get yourself 10% off of any one of their products. Now, I know 10% isn't like the greatest discount ever. I know a lot of people like to hear that 25, 35, 55, but 10% most likely take care of your taxes that you have to, your sales tax that you have to pay on the product you're buying. And when you use my discount code at motorads.com, you're going to help out the channel a little bit, and that I will always appreciate. For $300 for the helmet itself, and like I said, if you don't want to smoke, visor or a colored visor, that's fine. It comes down with the drop down. Or if you like to wear clear all the time, that's fine too. These aren't really that much either. I think the smoke visor is like $60. I do believe they have one that actually tints, so it's almost kind of like a transitional one. So at night it clears up, during the day it tints. I'm probably going to go with one of those eventually, but for now I just got this one because I do most of my riding during the day. And there you have it. My first impressions on the Daytona Legacy. Right now, I believe this is probably the best helmet I've ever owned. I haven't owned many. A lot of half helmets, a lot of cheapies in the beginning. Definitely better than the Glide. Definitely better than the Bell. So light. Fits onto me just perfect. It's not squishing my face. It's hugging, but it's not squishing. Ears are good. It's light on the head. It closes very easily. Fits nice. Visor's good. So if you are looking for a reasonable, affordable, very good quality light helmet with all kinds of cool features, it even has little sunglass grooves or glasses grooves over your glasses. On the C6 it has little red tags. They blacked them out for the Legacy, so they're not so like bright if you don't really like looking at that, but they're here. Like I said, it's nice and snug. It's not squeezing my head. I feel very comfortable. And now I'm gonna go on a little ride and enjoy the rest of my day. So remember, if you want to get a motorads.com, use code Midwestern for 10% off. If you end up getting a Daytona helmet, even though I'm really not making anything on that, let them know Pipe sent you. Even if you email them for interest on products or any questions, get a hold of them. Great customer service. When you call them, it's not, you know, for this press 1, for this press 2. It rings 2-3 times. They pick up right away. They're ready to answer any questions you have. It's very, very cool. So there you have it, folks, for this week's episode of Midwestern Motorbike. First impressions on the Daytona Legacy modular helmet. Until next time, be sharp, stay vigilant. Godspeed.